everybody. Welcome to Fourever Rivals. One thing we are certain about is the Fourever Rivals will always be here. How is everyone going?
Fantastic. Still bopping to that music, Rocco. I don't know how you do it, mate, but you got
mate.
the best beats. You got the best beats.
We've got the best intro. Oof, this is going to hurt. Yes, he's a Carlton supporter. He knows. I've already got the support. Stay strong, Rocco. I'm trying. What's this one? Oh, for joy, the Rivals hanging shit on us. Here we go. I love it. What else have we got here? I'm really over these clubs hanging in on us, making fun of us. Well, if you keep losing, mate. And we've got Josh Aaron. What up? All right. So everyone's already in there. Perfect. Guys, how are we going?
Good. Did you guys feel that earthquake? When was it? A couple of nights ago?
Yes.
Mate,
it was about the same time I did my rant, right? And all of a sudden there was an earthquake. So I don't know if that's a coincidence or what it was.
That's the bombers, mate, dropping their bombs, mate. Saying,
okay.
We're back in the 8, mate. That's
how
a
long
warning.
Have you been hanging on to that for?
Not long. But that's what the earthquake was about, guys. We're ready to rock and roll, and those bombs are coming.
This is a question. Did Manni go to the Roos game?
No, I didn't go, and I'm glad I didn't go. It was a late game. The weather was absolutely shocking, and I thought, you know what? No, stay home and watch it. I enjoyed the game. It was a good game, but we'll talk about that later. But thanks for...
so you didn't do yourself any favours there, being your fucking bandwagon supporter there. I didn't go to the game because the weather was bad. Well done, Manni. Everyone stay tuned because later on we've got a bit of a bombshell. Guys. All right. Let's go. We're going to get straight into this. Oh, Manni. Did you get pulled up by the cops this week?
I did.
Yeah. Because there was a photo. Let's have a look at this photo.
Yeah, I did.
Go, Collywell. No, sorry, my mistake, mate. Did you park in the handicap spot? Do you put your membership? Do you put your Collywell membership on the dashboard? Do you?
I actually had my father in the car, Rocco. I was taking him to do a bit of shopping because he's actually an old chap, and he needed a little bit of support. So what do you do, mate?
Very good. All right, so you didn't go. So you didn't go to the North Melbourne game. That's funny, that. All right, can I just before we go, I just want to say one thing, right? We have got great bloody people out there sending us messages. I'm loving everyone. Fantastic. But every once in a while I get one that kind of like ODs me a bit. So because I can, I show them up on the social media. So to Robert Coolman, that's his name, Robert Coolman. How about giving it a rest, mate? Like you, we are all gutted and frustrated, but words are not going to fix it. Well, let me just tell you something, mate. First of all, it's people like you is the reason why maybe the club's in the position, because just remember, the supporters are the ones, right, who set the standards. And thinking that you're not going to be able to speak up and have your say and not change things, maybe that's the problem. And second of all, relax. What are we going to do? We're all loving this, aren't we? We come on every week, win or lose, to have a bit of fun. So everyone just calm down, mate. We're having a bit of fun. Let's go.
Calm your farm.
Calm down. What do we got here? Let's have a look before we go.
I want to shout out Greg's comment.
Which one?
The comment from Greg. Where was his show 5 years ago? It's arrived just in time for our fall from grace. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know. We didn't think about it.
You've done it on purpose. No, you did this on purpose. You waited.
Well, they reckon the Carlton Football Club might have a new song, that song by John Cougar Mellencamp. Hurt so good,
Is that the same song you were playing after you lost another bloody final? Anyway, what about this one? Manni went to go and visit Joffa on Father's Day. Oh, is that what you did? No, come on. Come on.
That's a bit below the belt.
We could talk about this later. Still injured bottom. He did get injured, so we can talk about that. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to get into all of that for sure, man. We won't escape it. But let's do this one here for sure. Let's go. Hey, how's that? How's that, guys? What an intro, mate! I'm telling you, we get everyone going. What we're gonna do this week is we had a bit of a request out there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about some tribunal decisions. How's that sound, guys?
Oh, tribunal, licking my lips already.
All right, let's do it. Let's have a look at the first one. Like us at the Fourever Rivals, mate, we're always moving up. So now we're going to get some highlights up. So everyone get ready for this. What did everyone think about this one here? Let's have a look. Here we go. Bit of slow motion here. Let's have a look at it. Oh, straight in the eye. Straight in the eye. What do you reckon, guys?
There's a bit of Toby Green about that one, isn't it? I think he got pinged a few years ago for it. For a bit of the eye gouge.
Toby Green, I agree. That was a bit of Toby Green. What did he get? He got a week, I think, didn't he? He got a week, I think.
He did. And let me tell you, Dame Zorko is notorious for this sort of stuff. He is that type of player that gets under your skin, and he does stuff like this every week. But this time he's obviously taken it a bit far. It's gotten noticed. But he does this a lot, Dame Zorko.
Yeah. That's a definite intent. Like, it's not part of the game. He's just use his fingers to get into somebody's eyes. It's not acceptable, mate. It should be at least 2 or 3 weeks plus, because it's not part of our game. And like you were saying, Quinn, he's done it once or twice before, and he's been fined for it. You got to be punished for things like that. You just can't let players get away. That's not a part of the game.
What did he get? Did he get a week? Just 1 week?
1 week.
1 week. You know what I would have loved? I would have loved to be able to turn back time, because around 15, even maybe 20 years ago, if something like that happened, mate, you get one player. Like I remember Essen used to have what's his name, that blonde-headed skinny bloke with the mullet. He'd walk up there, he'd set him up and say, "You want to do that? No worries." Bang, bang, bang. Start throwing him left and right. And all of a sudden he says, "You know what? Yeah, I might cop a couple of weeks, but you know what? You put some brains into that bloke, because he won't do it again. He won't do it again." But nowadays, it's all become too soft. Oh, the tribunal this, the tribunal, and the tribunal can't get it right. They can't get it right.
Yeah, I know, but let's just talk about this one, Manni. It's the eye gouge at the moment. We're just talking about one. We'll go through the other ones well, we've got a few more to have a look at, guys. But that eye gouging, to me, it's a no-go, man. You can do we can go in hard. We can do all sorts of stuff. We can do tackles, and if you get suspended, you get suspended. So be it. But as far as trying to gouge them in the eye and that, I think it's a little bit of a low act. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
If we keep eye gouging like that, the whole comp's going to have to look like Mason Cox and wear those ridiculous goggles every week. So we really got to stamp it out of our game. If that's the only reason, there'd be a good chance.
Jeez, mate, jeez. I mean, you want to give the big fella a little bit of respect. He wears them for personal health issues, right? So, you're comparing one with the other. It's not even about wearing goggles. It's about being, half decent. I mean, the bloke's got no decency. He's trying to poke the bloke's eye out. I mean, it's just below the belt. Well, that should be automatically, bang, 3 weeks. You know what? See you later. You won't do it again, will you? 1 week. It's disgusting.
The problem is with Zorko, he's a repeat offender. So he's done that before. That's correct. He did it against Murphy, and he got $5,000 fine, and he's done it again. So it seems to be a little bit in his character. Look, he's got the week. In actual fact, did Brisbane go in and did they actually appeal it?
I didn't see anything about it. Yeah.
All right.
Could be wrong, but I didn't see anything.
All right.
Well, they shouldn't appeal it anyway.
All right, talk about bloody a big one. Go back to America and play basketball. Yeah, we all agree, mate. It's time to get back.
And if you had the eye gouge Cox, well, you wouldn't be able to because he's got his glasses on, so you get away with it.
You couldn't do it.
Hey,
You couldn't do it.
while we're on the topic of Cox, you know,
we know you love talking about Cox.
Salute. Let's salute him. Let's salute him. I mean, 100 games. 100 games. A lot of players don't get to play 100 games. And he's a bloke who's just, you know, so my hat off to him. And a real gentleman.
Yeah,
why? You've met him, have you?
I personally haven't, but I have seen videos of other Collingwood supporters who have met him. Very down to earth. And there's no act there. It's very down to earth.
Yeah, no, you don't know shit. What do you know about him? Anyway, next one. Hope he fails. All right. So we did go to Dorco, but then we had a couple of sling tackles. So let's have a look at this one. This is Laird. So if you could see it again in the first one, and he goes bang and flings him over.
Play on.
Oh, so you reckon play on? What did he get for that one there? What did he get?
Nothing.
He got away,
off.
But still it was cited. So, you know, the process of going to blah, 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 you know.
Yeah, look, I think with that one there, you look at Lachie Neale and the momentum that was carried through with that tackle. There wasn't much Laird could do. It wasn't as much of a swinging, dumping motion as we've seen with the other ones. It was just the momentum of the tackle. So, look, I'll take a free kick, no problem, because he did hit his head. It was unfortunate the way he landed. But I'm glad that he got off because he definitely deserved it. There was no sling motion involved, I didn't think. And it was, correct. I think, only two have gotten off. 17 of this year have been pinged, and only 2 of them have gotten off, and it was Chera and now Laird. So I'm glad this one got off.
I think, what's this one? The Ants Pants. Oh, there you go. The tackle was one motion, and I think that's what they were arguing. He wasn't. I think when you see that second motion, it's when you've got that second motion and you fling them. I think that's when they're really, really onto you. Yeah,
100%.
What do we got here? He said, we're still talking about Cox. Bloody hell, man. We can go on all day about Cox, mate. Everyone's loving Cox out there, mate. What's wrong with you people, mate?
Talking to town, big Cox.
Another one. I reckon this bloke really loves Cox. Look at this. Harry Cox impacts games at the moment. Cribs zero.
No regrets. Oh, jeez.
No regrets, mate. I'm telling you, mate. I think the Cox is just a bit too much of a love for you. All right.
Hey,
so
you talk about loving Cox. You talk about loving Cox. No regret as a man that loves Cox.
Yeah,
he loves him. He's told me he really, really loves. He loves Cox so much.
Yeah.
All right. What about this one here? Let's have a look at this one here. All right. First of all, let's have a look at it again. He grabs him and bang. All right. We saw that, guys. What did he get first of all?
He got a week, I believe.
All right. So did he deserve a week? Well, Mark had a quick opinion before. Did he deserve a week, Mark?
It wasn't really like a swing tackle. It was more like coming him down with the player.
Yeah.
You know,
right, so I'm going to show you again, all right? Let's have a look at this one again. Watch this. He grabs him and bang. Now, watch that. It's not flowing, Mark. Have a look. Right, he grabs it and then he goes bang. See that? That's where I think
it's a tackle. That's a tackle. Was he concussed?
You can't do that.
Well, you can't do that. If we're going to stop doing that, then
you can't do that because you've got him, right? You can't do that second motion into flinging him down. That's the rule, Mark. I'm just telling you what.
I understand the rule, but at the end of the day, was the player concussed? Did he knock him out?
But does it matter if someone gets concussed?
Well, it does in some ways. Yeah, exactly right. Because, you know, at the end of the day, he did tackle him and brought him to ground and continue that motion, and his head has hit the ground. Mate, players get concussed from their own players when they're going up for the ball. Some player, you know. So, I mean, concussion is going to be the key to it. But to honestly just report players now for tackling a player and I reckon
Yeah,
it's going too
but the
far.
rules are rules, Mark. I mean, at the
Well,
end of
there's
the
always
day,
going to be rules. Well, we're here to break rules, mate. You know what I mean?
okay.
Like, we're here to break rules.
So what you're saying is, if he gets he got tackled hard. All right, we'll see the other one that's coming up. But he gets tackled hard, and then all of a sudden, all right, he can sit there and he can all of us, pretend that he's not, moving for about 10, 15 seconds, and do a Jerry Maguire or whatever that movie it was called. Where everyone's thinking, and then all of a sudden it looks a lot worse than what it is. And then what happens? Oh, let's give him 3-4 weeks because some bloke wants to put on the act. Now, the reality
that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
No,
They're probably most of them are probably acting a little bit more, and they're getting advantage from the free kick. But half of the time, it's just to me, it's just a normal tackle. To me, they'll see it as a normal tackle.
Personally, you can't go on if they're injured or not, Mark. You can't do that because someone might accidentally hit his head and someone might not. You've got to go on the act, and it's got to be decisive. What they've decided is that if you do a second motion, right, because you've got him, why are you flinging him to the ground?
Yeah, but it's not intent. It's not intent to harm the player.
What about when you go in and you smash someone? Like, it doesn't. No one intends these days to hurt someone. You know what I mean? They're intending to stop them, get the ball. But unfortunately, if you get them high, you have to be penalised for it.
Yeah,
well, free kick, 15-metre penalty. Free kick, 15-metre penalty. Like you got Zach Merritt 5-6 weeks ago.
They're protecting the head, Mark. They're protecting the head.
But that wasn't. He's
protect the head, mate.
That's going to cost you. You got 1 week for a sling tackle.
It doesn't matter. You're talking about winning a fucking free kick. I'm talking about protecting the head, Mark.
Well, protect the head all the time.
It's not like it used to be in the old days.
Like Manni was saying, everyone's got to wear glasses and wear helmets and wear
helmets are going to help. You still got to protect them, Mark, or else I'm telling you.
Well, that's the way the AFL is going to be like. The AFL is going to be like that. In 10, 15 years' time, everyone's going to be wearing helmets and protective gear to protect the player. And that's fine. Then you can go hell for leather. But at the moment, we start taking away the tackle and the players going to.
All you're doing is taking away the sling tackle.
It's not a sling tackle. It's your momentum coming down.
No, that wasn't momentum. That wasn't momentum. You saw the first one was momentum. That was not momentum, Mark. What are you seeing? I don't understand what you're seeing. I don't understand what you're seeing here, mate. Who was that? Who was that? O'Meara? Was that O'Meara that we just watched?
Hey, Mark, you didn't go past the...
You
didn't go... Yeah, watch this. Watch this. Bang. He does that second one, mate.
Yeah.
Watch this again, mate. He's got him, and then he flings him over, Mark. Think about it.
Hey, Rocco, to be fair...
I used to do that when I was playing footy.
Hey, listen, to be fair, I reckon Mark's probably gone past Windy Hill and,
Anyway,
he's not doing things the right way. I don't know.
Let's have a look at the other one, and I won't talk because it is a Carlton play. Let's have a look at this one.
Oh, that's bad.
He got off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could argue
why?
Wait a sec. You spoke there, Manni. You said that's bad. Why is that one bad worse than the other one?
Right. When you look at it initially, you look at it and you think it's bad. But then when I saw the second time round, you could actually see that, and to be fair to the Carlton player, he actually was falling the same way as the other player. So, it's all about the interpretation, but it's, I think that was a clean tackle.
That was the actual argument, Manni.
Yeah.
The argument in the tribunal was when he tackled him, he was starting to fall and he fell with him. Right? Yep. So, and that's why he got off. Let's have a look at another one while we're there. All right. See, look at this. Now he grabs him. All right. So now tell me what's the difference there.
Yeah, that looks... Tell
me, Quinn.
To me, that one. To me, that's one. It's a driving motion into the ground, but it was, to me, that was one motion though. Like I didn't see him stop and then swing. Yeah, it was the one motion, but he did drive him to the ground. And again, I know it's the rule, but it's tough because that's how you're taught to tackle. And especially the generation like Parker's from, you're taught to tackle with intent and to bring someone to the ground. You're not going to tackle them and just hold them upright. You bring them to the ground. So it's going to be a real hard thing to get past because to me, that was a driving motion, but there was no second motion. So I think he was stiff to get weeks there, Parker. But or did he get anything? I don't remember actually. Did he get cited for that?
They also look at that if the arms can't be freed. Like if you grab their arms and then you drive them into the ground, they don't like that.
Yeah, but again, pinning the arms though, like in the letter of the law, great tackle because they can't dispose of it either. So that's where it's tough, and players are going to have to really start to adjust. Exactly, players are really going to struggle to adjust, and I think even at local level, like I play every Saturday, and even we're starting to get pinned now in local football, like for sling tackles and dump tackles, and it's tough because it's how we're taught to tackle as kids. So it's going to be
it's going to be interesting because Zach Merritt got a week for a sling tackle that wasn't even a sling tackle, and he's playing some great football, and he's going to get close to possibly winning the Brownlow, or getting the votes to win the Brownlow. And what's going to happen? He's not going to win the Brownlow because of that sling tackle. What? Mate, far out. Come on. We're getting soft. It's getting soft, bros. Come on. Wake up, Australia.
Yeah. Look,
I think for the first time, I think you're off the mark, Mark.
No, I'm not.
Sorry for the punt there, but I think you're off the mark, man.
Yeah. Actually, you are. You're miles away. You're miles away. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, miles away.
I know what you're saying, Mark, but there has to be. All right, so what do we do then? You're saying there should be no suspension for tackles like that.
Well, there's suspension, but it's got to be like.
Yeah, so tell me, but all right,
it's got to be a legitimate. It's got to be a legitimate.
What is the criteria for it? Tell me.
Well, it's got to be a legitimate sling tackle that the player comes off concussed. Yeah. So obviously,
that can't be the criteria, mate.
Well, then we're playing fairies, mate.
All right, I'll give you an example. What if someone's had it before and he easily gets concussed, and then someone like Manni, who's got a big hard head, doesn't get concussed? How can you now? What you're doing is, sorry. What you're doing now is you're giving like. It's different like penalties for a different person. You can't, mate.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can't. Well, it is what it is. It is what it is. But to all the young kids out there, if you're going to tackle a player, you tackle him hard, bring him down. Don't sling him, but bring him down hard. That's what I'm saying. Otherwise,
Mark, this is the issue. This is why the AFL at the moment, the AFL is losing big time because you get more kids playing other sport because mothers refuse to have their kids playing footy because that's what they see. That's what they see.
No. Yeah, that's right. They see Zorko. They see Zorko grabbing kids, getting the players and getting them in the eyes. So that's what the young kids are going to do now. So that's different. Not 1 week. You get 1 week for doing something like that. That's ridiculous. Give him 5 weeks, mate, because that's not showing the kids. The kids are going to go there in the tackle. They're going to go, I'm going to grab in the eye, and that's acceptable. As opposed to going for the ball.
No, but it's not acceptable because he got suspended for it.
He got for 1 week for that. He got 1 week for something that is not part of our game. So you've got to change.
And either he's slamming someone's head into the ground.
Mate, Zach Merritt got a week for just grabbing a player and bringing him down. And he gets 1 week. Now he's got an opportunity to lose the Brownlow this year. Yeah,
I don't think he had a chance to win
that's not a best and fairest. That's not.
But you're taking it personally now with this Merritt. I just showed you 4, and you're just saying it's fine. It's not personal. It's fine just to fling tackle anyone. That's what you're saying. Okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I didn't say
just
it was fine.
And I understand, man. I come from that era too. You can't sling someone's head into the ground, mate. And it's got nothing to do with the concussion.
That's right. That's right. It's about where do you draw the line? Very simple. Me personally, I had to stop playing footy because of concussion issue, but I still think tackling shouldn't be completely overhauled. Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Here.
Yeah. There you go. Look at this. The rules have made the game soft. You need to protect their head. You have to, mate. You see all the problems. You see all the problems overseas. You see the problems with the players these days. You see the problems from the past. They're all coming out, mate. And I'm telling you, and Manni for once said something correct. Parents are stopping their kids playing.
Put helmets on, mate. Put helmets on.
Helmets doesn't help. It doesn't stop your brain moving around.
Oh well, it might in some ways.
No, it doesn't.
Technically, a big enough body shot can actually give you a concussion because your brain rattles, and that's the problem. So your brain actually rattles. The helmet definitely softens the blow for sure, but if your body gets hit hard enough and your brain rattles, that can cause a concussion. So obviously, you're not going to just take out bumping and things like that to avoid those kind of concussions. But I know what they're saying. With the CTE, is it CTE? I think that's what it is, isn't it? That's coming out, or all those brain injuries that we're seeing from past players, and Shane Tuck, rest in peace, and those sorts of blokes that are really starting to struggle going forward because of it. Yeah, it's true. The head is you need to protect it. I know it's not a good look. I agree with what you're saying, Mark, in the sense that it's not that ferocious football that we're all so used to, and we want to see that hard football, those big tackles, and that's what you want to see. But at the same token, I think now with all the knowledge we have about head injuries and the damage it can do later in life,
that's right.
I think our hands are tied. I think we have no choice but to start trying to protect the head more and more.
And if you decide to put helmets on, so you got every single player wearing a helmet, right? I can tell you right now,
or glasses.
It'll become a wrestling game. Because people won't respect the fact that they're going to grab a player because they think, oh, he's got a helmet on, bang, just slam him down. It's it's the end of the day. These are the rules. You're grown men. You can pay a lot of money. This is how it works. Follow the rules. Simple as that. You know what I mean? And
the tackle shouldn't go. Of course, we need tackle. We need bumps. It's still a tough game. It's still a man's game. I'm not saying that. What we're saying is there has to be some sort of like division of what you can and what you can't do, right? You're just saying, let's just tackle. It doesn't matter. What they've defied it. They're saying that if you sling and you got a second motion, right, and their head hits the ground, you get suspended. It's simple. And they know it. If you speak to the clubs, the players know exactly what the rules are. They know exactly. The umpires go in there. They know exactly what the rules. You speak to players afterwards, and they always say, "We know exactly what we're doing before we go out there." And if you don't, well, then that's your fault.
That's right. That's right.
That's good. That's good.
That's right.
One? It's not about being like Nick Regal or Jonathan Brown and bump. You'll end up getting suspended for weeks for that now. Exactly. It's different to what we used to see, mate. We used to see behind play punches, man. It was the best when we were things, but it wasn't a sport that can be sustained into the future, mate. It just they won't allow it anyway. So
in the 70s, you used to see umpires getting chased over the boundary line and beat up. That's the game's definitely changing in that sense too. So imagine if players were still doing that.
Well, no, it's completely different. And get me wrong, we all love that. But you wouldn't want to see one of your players, Mark, because you love them so much, getting slung tackle, fucking get knocked out, and then you say, "Oh no, but that's just a tackle." You wouldn't want to see it. Trust me.
That's right.
Well, I wouldn't. I'll tell you right now. All right.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
We've hit half an hour, Mark. This goes quicker. Let's get into what we've all been in here for. Sorry, guys. I've just got a bloody fling through here. All right. This one here, Manni, this is your job.
Certainly is.
Let's do it.
All right. We got the Mighty Magpies sitting pretty on top. And for the first time after a few weeks, the Bombers are sitting there just quietly, only by a small margin percentage.
It was that earthquake.
In the earthquake, that's what it was, yep. And then you've got Carlton and Richmond. They're just at the moment. They're just, I don't know. Tough times for Richmond and Carlton at the moment.
At the moment, it looks like that. All right, let's get into this first game quickly. We won't spend too much time on this one here. Let's go. 11, 77. Sydney to Carlton, 6-15, 51. I think for the 4th week in a row, we have failed to kick more than 8 goals. I was there, actually.
Yeah, that's what Curnow and Mackay need to be kicking. I've been saying this for the last 12 weeks, mate. They need to kick between 8 and 10 goals between them. They can't even kick the whole team. So
you're right.
Oh well. Was it played at home in was it MCG or was it in Sydney?
Oh my God, you're starting to sound like Manni. Manni's becoming more intelligent than you, mate. I just said to you,
in Sydney.
First of all, it was in Sydney. Second of all, you could see Sydney the first team, so that always makes it the home team. Next of all, I just said I flew over there. What did I do? Did I fly? Did I get my private jet?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
You banana.
Oh, I thought you flew to West Coast to see Essendon play, mate.
Why would I waste myself? If I wanted to do that, I would have just gone to St Kilda, gone to the back street, and watched them inject themselves.
You could have gone. You could have gone to West Coast.
So what you're saying,
mate, I would have watched them inject all those young kids.
So what you're saying is the best part of your trip was going to Bondi.
I actually did go to Bondi, and I'll tell you now, the best part of my trip was spending a weekend with my son. I have to admit, we had a great time, except for the half an hour, the last quarter. Yeah. Up to that, we were having a good time, and then it all fell away, and we had to walk out with those Sydney supporters who make me sick. Was that the plane?
They were saying that maybe Buckley might go over the next year, maybe, possibly. I don't know. Maybe it's a rumor again, but
where'd you hear this? No, this isn't a rumor file, Mark. So tell me what you heard.
Yeah, well, just rumors. You hear rumors, because I'm Nostradamus, mate. I know a lot. So you reckon
you're becoming the new Manni? You're full of shit, mate. You're full of shit.
Hey, someone's going to start taking over the show.
We're talking about the game here. We're talking about the game, mate.
I'm talking about, obviously they're losing. So what is it? The coach? Is it the players? Who is it, mate? What's going on, bro? Well,
I don't know. Hey, that's the issue. We don't know at the moment.
The Fourever rivals. What's going on? There's only me and Manni here going. What's going on?
Oh, shut up, me and Manni. you bet West Coast. You just need shut the fuck up. You're lucky to make bottom 4 by the end of the year. We'll talk about your shit, rubbish, drug-affected team later on. Let's just talk about us for now. Go, Manni. I've been waiting for you all week.
Well, I'll tell you.
Sorry, man. There's been comments here. I've been missing it.
Well, Rocco, on a serious note,
they're admitting that Mark is Manni 2.0. You should be thanking Mark, man. He's taking over the mantle.
Hey, listen. I'm happy with that. No problem at all. I was going to say that I remember about 15 years ago when Eddie Maguire took over Collingwood, right? Because Collingwood was in a pretty bad state, right? And I can tell you the only thing that I can honestly say is that Eddie Maguire loves the club. A lot of passion for the club. And slowly he built the club to where the club is now. Okay, now I'm asking the question. We can sit here and blame the players, but when you're listening to the Carlton president, mate, that bloke doesn't sound like he's ever concerned about the fact that you got people like Rocco who sit there and pay $1,000 a year for a membership, right? And that's the problem. You got to start listening. 2,000. So you got to start listening to the members, and you got to start really, really thinking hard about should I be doing what I'm doing, because people don't realize that these are privileges to be part of a club that has history. Now, I don't want to sit here and say that I love Carlton, because I don't. I'm a Collingwood supporter, and I'm born to hate the club. But you got to be fair here. At the moment, there's just something's not right. Something's not right. You know what I mean? And,
why are you being sensible, Manni? I've been waiting for you to take me all fucking week, and now you're being sensible, man.
Where's the old Manni coming from?
Listen, and then I'm hearing people saying to me that, I heard the other day, Cripps won the Brownlow last year. This year he's just gone downhill. He does. I mean, you know what? Yeah. I reckon that Cripps is probably going in those change rooms, and he's probably trying to do the best he can but I reckon he's not getting the support. And having a look at a couple of weeks ago when on the pitch when Voss and Cripps were sort of, people were talking that, maybe they're at each other's throats or they're not agreeing or disagreeing, whatever. But at the moment, I'm losing my voice here. At the moment, I really, really feel sorry for Carlton. I really do.
Is this true, Manny? Is this true?
Well, you know what I'm saying? I really, really am feeling sorry for Carlton. Because at the end of the day, you want to be able to go and enjoy these games. You want to be able to see the rivalry. At the moment, but that rivalry is just, it hasn't been there. You know what I mean? And, I want that old rivalry. I want to be able to go home at the end of a game or Carlton game. If we won, I'm ecstatic. If we lose, I'm sad. I'm just, as a kid, I used to go home crying if we lost against Carlton. Now,
Manny, people are starting to like you, mate. You got to stop this, mate.
That's why I'm here now. That's why I'm here now, mate. That's why I'm here now.
I'm just being honest.
Carlton supporter, sign him up, laugh out loud. All right, listen, we don't want to talk about Carlton all day because we've got to get through the other sides. But I'll just quickly say my 2-minute piece. Everyone watched the jumper punch. Everyone knows my feelings about everything. Everyone saw the rant and all that. Mate, to me, this isn't just players. It isn't just coach. This is deeper than just them two. This is like everybody. This is the whole club. This is board. This is leadership, right? Because there's one problem after another. And I said this last night. There's no use building a house and you fucking only pour. Well, you're in the concrete industry, man. I don't want to put 18 slump concrete in my foundation with no steel and expect the house to stand up. Unfortunately, the foundations were poor. And I said this a couple of years ago. They put the wrong people in the wrong position. And I'm not just talking about coaches. I'm talking about above coaches. Because if your leaders aren't leading the club, how do you expect the people underneath you? It's just like this show. If I wasn't here leading it, you three would fall apart.
Yeah. No, you hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head, Rocco.
Boo.
Yeah, boo. I'll tell you, boo. But anyway, that's what I think. So unfortunately, we're not where we are. Is anything going to get better? I personally think it won't until some big changes are going to be had at the club. And I think that unfortunately those changes again will happen. I just hope they don't sack the coach because I don't want it to be a merry-go-round where we put in $1 and then the merry-go-round goes around again. All right? So there's my opinion. What else can I say? They played absolutely atrocious. We've got players who have lost absolute confidence. They don't know where they're playing. Harry Mackay can't kick the side of a barnyard. He won the Coleman 2 years ago. We've got people like Fisher and that who can't get a kick in the bloody reserves all of a sudden. So to me, that doesn't say it's just players. To me, this is deep. This is leadership. There you go. How can How can we take advantage of a team with a 22? Well, this is the problem. How can you not take advantage of a team that's got those players? So to me, that tells me there's deeper issues. There's deeper issues.
Well spoken.
What's this one say? Any good comments? If you see a good comment, let me know because I'm trying to do everything here, man. What's this one here? The serious question, guys, Rocco, Mark, Quinn, who will verse Pies in the grand final? Take it easy, mate, because you're full of shit. You only come out when the thing. I never saw any of you guys come out years ago, and they're all coming out now. So
hang on, you know what? It's an honest question. It's an honest question.
And I've got an honest answer, Manny. It doesn't matter who plays Collingwood in the grand final. We know they can't win grand finals. It doesn't matter who plays them, mate. We'll just choke another one.
All right, let's get that was pretty lame by yous. I thought you'd get me harder than that. But anyway, let's go to the next one. Here we go. 46-96, 610, 46 to 14, 12, and 96. His best West Coast Hawthorn, who are at the bottom of the ladder, beat them by 120 points last week.
Yeah, it means nothing.
Around like they were again, they were badly undermanned and that, and that's all you did. They almost They almost kept up with you for half a game, mate.
Yeah, we had to work them out eventually. But look, it wasn't a pretty game to watch. But the commentary on Foxtel, I think it might have been on, absolutely crap. It was just shocking, mate. Like, get with it, you know. But anyway, besides the point, got the 4 points back in the eight.
Wait, what are you talking about, Mark? If I go to the movies, and all of a sudden I'm being told that I'm going to watch some exciting movie, and it's a boring movie, what am I going to do? I'm going to fall asleep. So the commentators sitting there looking at each other saying, we get fucking paid decent money here. Let's try and sort of, you know, but sometimes you've got to give up because I can be honest with you, it was a shit game. It was a shit game.
That's what I just said, Manny. I said it was a pretty ordinary game. But still, the commentary could have been a little bit more uplifting. That's what they get paid for, right? But it is what it is. I predicted 48 points. We won by 50 points.
It's like watching, like you just watch. You go down to kill to pick up like 22 drug addicts, and then you want to get excited about that. It's never going to happen, mate.
Or
it's never going to happen
until proven guilty, or innocent until proven guilty. We're the scapegoats. I won't say that. I'll say it one more time, and that's it. But anyway, good win. These are the teams, just quickly to the Essendon viewers out there that are watching this again. But, you know, jump on board. But you know what? It's 4 points. You got to beat these teams. Obviously, they come back from, 100-point loss. They're not going to come out again and just get done by 100 points, yeah? It's an AFL football club. We're not like you're saying in the 70s when St Kilda were getting pumped every week by 100 points. Teams are going to come back out and fight, yeah? So it was an ordinary game, 50 points, got a bit of percentage, back in the top 8, right? So I don't know where Carlton and Richmond are sitting here, but at the end of the day, you know, we're sitting pretty.
That's true.
Before I go for the game, because it wasn't that exciting, best on ground for me was Nick Martin. He was one of the, he might have been one of those mid-season drafts as well. But anyway, he gets 3 votes for me. Mason Redman, Red Dog, gets 2. And Zach Merritt, mate, obviously he's not going to win the Brownlow because he lost the review there with the sling tackle. They're my best 3. So go on, you Bombers. We've got North this week. We've got Carlton the week after that.
That's the game.
We'll be getting close to top 4, Manny. We'll be getting close to top 4, mate.
I'll tell you.
You're going to get a new arsehole by then, because I'm telling you, things are turning, mate. You're going to get a new arsehole because you're a bunch of duds who's
Oh, yeah. You know,
hey, Mark,
do you believe, like you're saying, Rocco, we've got foundation, mate. The foundation is starting to come to the Bombers. And just watch out next couple of years.
Mate, I'm telling you, you're dreaming. I would slowly, you know that concussion thing that you do? I think it's been happening too much to you just quietly.
No,
do you honestly believe that you guys are at the moment at a level that you can play finals football? Honestly.
Yeah, we're getting players back. Peter Wright's coming back. We had a couple of backmen coming back. We've got the new draft pick from last year that got injured. He's coming back this week in the VFL. Cox has come back. Not your Cox, my Cox.
You're all
coming back.
Cox,
so you love Cox too, Mark.
So the players are coming back. Just don't worry. It's all
man. Seriously, you're a bunch of duds, man.
He's gonna go bang, mate.
I'd rather watch someone play that AFL on PlayStation than watch your shit fucking drug addict side.
I'll tell you the one team that's really caught my eye over the last few weeks, and you can sit and say whatever you like. I know they're sitting fairly low at the moment. I know they've got a young team, and I know they've got a lot of inexperience. But you know what? Hawthorn, they've got a little bit of heart there at the moment.
Shut up there, Hawthorn, mate.
I'm telling you.
Go back.
When are you playing Hawthorn? You playing Hawthorn? When are you playing Hawthorn?
To us?
Yeah.
We've already played them. We smashed them by 60 points.
Yeah. That was. But when are you playing them again?
I'm not sure if we're playing. Are we
actually? We'll go on to the next game because I'm sick of talking about drug addicts. But seriously, at the end of the day, Essendon have got no respect by anyone since you were the worst drug addicts ever in the history of the game. All right, let's go into the next one. Richmond, 9-13-67.
They might as well go on drugs.
I can't even pronounce that, but I'm going to say that's Port Adelaide to 10-17-77.
Yartapulti.
Is it?
Italian accent. I don't know. I got no idea. I just made that up. I reckon I butchered it.
Well,
Sorry to everyone.
You guys, Quinn, might as well start taking drugs then, mate. You know, I don't know anything can happen, man.
I tell you what we're going through right now is just a natural progression of a champion premiership team. You win 3 flags. You're not going to stay there forever. It's like a beautiful life. We've lived it, you know. Now we're starting to peacefully pass away. That's what it's looking like.
You're giving up
Richmond at the moment. Well, it's just you get to a certain point, you can't stay at the top for too long. But I tell you what, another game on the weekend where we had every chance to win it. In the second quarter, we had all the dominance and we couldn't kick a goal to save ourselves. We miss easy shots directly in front and absolutely kills us. And the worst part is, every week we're in games. Like you look at all the games we've lost, apart from the Sydney one, they're all within about 15 points. So we're in every game, and it's so frustrating that we just can't seem to pinch a win. And like Port Adelaide, the great side, they're third, fourth from the ladder at the moment. They're killing it, 8 wins in a row. And we took it to them. Like it was a pretty boring game, to be fair. Like I was there.
And you lost the coach as well. You lost your coach as well.
Normally that helps teams though. Normally teams lose their coach and win the next week. So I thought maybe that would be on our side. But you're right. Like we didn't really have our head coach for this or anything like that. But I don't know. There's something there that when it comes to it and the game gets tough, we just can't seem to find these wins when it matters in that last quarter, because we're in every game and we're not getting belted and pushed around. Like we're taking it to good teams. You look at all the good teams we played this year. No one's beaten us up. So it's frustrating, but I guess, like I said, it's natural progression.
Yeah, spoken like someone.
Come back.
He's giving up.
I hope
He's giving up.
Right. I hope Jimmy's right. The second half come back, mate. I pray. There's only so many close games you can watch your team lose in a year, though, before it starts to get a little bit flattening. And after the Geelong game, I was convinced. I thought, there's our style of footy. We're back. Like, we'll play good game. You know, we've got a few not easy, but a few winnable games coming up. And then after the last 2 weeks, it sort of flattens you right back down. But I hope, Jimmy, I hope you're right.
Bring you guys back to 10 years ago, matey. Yeah, welcome to 10 years ago. It's going to be a long, long time when you see a premiership again, mate.
He's going to be someone.
Long time.
I think Daniel forgets that Leper won a couple of flags at Richmond, so he was ours first, mate. We're just bringing him home. That's all we're doing. We're bringing him home. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, grab Leper, mate. Grab Leper.
And we might take McRae back as well, Manny. He was a Richmond boy too. Won flags at Richmond. I might bring him back.
I've got a message here from Josh. It's too long to put up there, and it's
put it up, mate. What does it say?
No, it's just like it's about Carlton. We're talking about Richmond now, but it's that and
the modern Carlton is a joke right now. Everything we do just the same. 18,000. You know, he's very frustrated.
I just wanted, and then he asked me. The only reason then he asked me, "Would you agree, Rocco?" I do agree, Josh. That's why. He wrote then, I need to know your opinion. I'm telling you my opinion. That's my opinion. It's absolutely what you just said, mate. So, but anyway, sorry, Quinn, man. Keep going.
No, it's all right. I'm more than happy for you to interrupt after the game we had on the weekend. So, I don't have a lot else to say.
Right.
I tell you what,
listen, we've only got about a minute before we got to get into the tips and that. So let's get into this fucking shit of a fucking. I can't even believe we're talking about this. But
this won't take long.
16-9, 105 to 10-10, 70. There he is. There's the big cock. Look at him. This is your segment.
It was great to see, as I said earlier on, 100 games. Great milestone by the big fella. Scored a couple of goals. I think it was a bit sad to see Sidebottom with the injury, sustaining that injury. You know, it was he's 300,
seriously, what's happened to him?
Well, from my understanding, it was the knee, wasn't it? So I don't know too much more about it, but
I just saw when I saw it, I had a bit of a party, but I don't know what the injury was. What was it?
It was his knee. His knee.
Was it an ACL or was it a?
No. No, it was his knee. It was his knee. So he's,
how long is he out for?
I reckon he'll be out for at least 2 weeks.
Is that
at
all?
Least 2.
No, more than that. 6 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard 4 to 6 weeks. So
is it okay? Well, okay.
now,
So you guys,
a serious
are
question.
living at home.
Who do you replace him with, Manny?
Who do you replace him with?
Mid-season draft. Mid-season draft.
No, well, the mid-season draft, first of all, Collingwood and Carlton aren't in the mid-season draft. I'm going to help you out. But
well, look, can I just
say you don't know. Just say you don't know, and we'll just leave it at that.
Can I just say that if you were watching the game and you didn't see Sidebottom get injured, right? You would have thought, we're not missing him because we managed pretty well to play a good game of football. Not taking anything away from North Melbourne because North Melbourne always seemed to put up a good fight against Collingwood. They always seem to put up a good fight. But that young forward of theirs, I tell you what, he did really, really well. And, you're talking about,
what's his name?
Darcy Moore, who's on fire.
Lucky.
And,
Big Sue.
he did really, really
anyway,
well.
Anyway, you didn't answer my question, mate. Who are you going to replace fucking Sidebottom with? Like, what's coming up in the reserve that you can move him over?
Tony
Just
Shaw.
say you don't know because I'm telling you don't know. Just be honest.
Maybe Chris.
Centerfield.
Maybe Chris.
You're going to move Chris onto the wing.
We might have to.
Yeah, and then
Why not?
And then who do you bring in for Chris?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? That's the question.
That
is a big question.
So you've got no one in the reserves to take his spot?
Oh, look, we've got a number of players there, Rocco. I'm going to leave it to McRae.
I swear to God, Manny, I love you, mate. Are you a politician? Because you have to be a politician, mate. Hey, can I just put up this comment? Rocco, shove your opinion where the sun don't shine. Pies is taking the flag this year. All haters can get stuffed. Hey, regret. I won't shove nothing up my ass because unlike you keyboard warrior, and no one gets to even see your face because you can put a shit picture of fucking Jordan on your bloody thing, right? How about this? How about you start your own show and how about you put your face on there instead of being a big keyboard warrior, which you are. See you later, mate.
No, hang on, Rocco. Hang on, mate. Let's be fair. No regret. He's very passionate, loves the show. And he just wants to keep it real for you, mate. I know right now you're feeling down. You're in a slump. But you know what? You're going to have to accept it, Rocco.
I've kept it real for him, mate. I've just kept it real for him.
Rocco, it's hard, mate. Look, it's hard. It's hard at the moment. I'd probably be the same way if I could see Carlton sitting on top and Collingwood was going shit out at the moment. But, you've got to accept it. That at the moment, the Magpies...
What do you mean? That's the dumbest statement I've ever heard in my life.
They're looking hot.
From a barracker who doesn't go to the game in the last 2 years, hasn't got a fucking membership, has never had a membership, right? And you're telling me I've got to take it.
What's that, Ginnivan? What's that, Ginnivan? Hey, Ginnivan's just told me we've got a guest star who's just come into the studio. Here in the Magpie land, and he's the blues man, Harry Mackay. There he is, Harry Mackay. He's at the moment. He's trying to get some
goals.
Well, he's trying to get some goals. Yeah. So we're organising to try and help him like out.
I'll be careful because just remember something. Ex-common medal, he'll come back. Let's hope he doesn't do it against you guys.
Yeah.
So I'll be careful what you say.
Good luck to him. Good luck to him.
Seriously, I love your banter. No regrets. Go and read a book because I can see you're uneducated. And let's go and do this bit here.
All right.
All right.
Come on, Quinn.
We've got we've got 5 minutes.
We all sorry guys.
We've got 5
minutes. Just say before we do our tips, after the round 1, we get a message from from Marco over there, right? Oh, I'm already 1 up. Blah, 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 blah. And then he was the worst performer for the week. You absolutely hack you up. Exactly like your Essendon shit team that will fail. Fail like you do. All right.
No, hang on. Hang on. Remember the famous words. The team that finishes on top after round 1 always ends up playing
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Oh, yeah.
I did not say that. It's statistically, that's what's been happening for the last 20 years. I didn't say it. I didn't make it up.
Well, you guys are going to be famous. You guys are going to be famous for that. You brought it up. So you guys are going to be famous. If you don't make it, that's something you can have to talk about.
Round 23, mate. Essendon Collingwood will beat you, and we're going to beat you in the finals, mate. We're going to knock you out.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck.
All righty,
let's get this going.
Let's do it. Come on. The first game's pretty easy. Come on. We all know the first game. Come on, quickly.
Hopefully this week's tips aren't as hard as last week with all the upsets. We'll start off Friday night. Melbourne take on the Blues at the MCG.
Far out. We're always fucking first. All right. Hey, listen.
Why do you guys get the Friday night games all the time, mate? What's going on?
We're not next year, that's for sure. Sorry, we're not next second half. We've lost them all.
Actually, can I just say I just found out that there's a lot of
McKay will kick 2 out on the full on Friday.
Apparently, a lot of Carlton supporters watch home and away, and because home and away, when there's footy, there's no home and away on the Friday. So what they try to do is get the Carlton supporters to watch, Friday night.
Come on, Quinn. Let's get the first one. Come on, Quinn.
Alrighty. Well, I'm tipping the D's on Friday night.
He's the star of the show, Rocco. Yeah, I know. Not only of the show, he thinks he's a star of work, life.
Thanks, Richie April.
Obviously, because Carlton haven't got their foundation going right yet, I'm going for Melbourne.
Manni?
Melbourne.
All right, Rocco, we know who you're going for. Saturday afternoon, Port Adelaide take on the Hawks at Adelaide Oval, and I think it's going to be pretty one-sided. I'm going for Port Adelaide. Port will make it 9 in a row.
Port Adelaide for me.
Hawks.
Oh.
Big call.
Big call. You're done. That's 1 down already for Manni. Let's keep going. Quickly. Go.
West Coast take on Collingwood. Optus Stadium. And, geez, I hate tipping them, but Collingwood aren't going to lose to West Coast. West Coast will lose this one. Collingwood to win.
Yeah. Eagles actually played quite well against Collingwood, to be honest. But
not this week. Forget it.
Not this week. Collingwood for me.
If Essendon can beat West Coast, anybody can. So, we'll move on.
Take this Friday. Far out, mate. If that happens.
Magpies for me.
Oh, we got a major. Look at this, everyone. They're thinking West Coast here. West Coast. Bloody hell.
Yeah. Yes.
Major upset. All right, we're going to keep moving. We're going to keep moving. We got Western Bulldogs taking on the Cats, Marvel Stadium. And I reckon the Doggies are going to get this one. The Cats aren't in great form. Doggies will win this at Marvel Stadium. Home game, they love it there. Dogs for me.
Yeah.
Flip of the coin for me.
Doggies.
Oh, the flip of the coin.
Flip it, Mark.
It's tails, so it's Geelong.
Oh, you're spewing.
I'm with Mark. I'm going the Cats this week. I reckon they're back. No, they're not back, but I reckon they'll win this week.
All righty, we keep moving. TO Stadium up in the NT again. Gold Coast take on the Adelaide Crows, and geez, it's hard to tip against the Crows after what we saw on the weekend. So for me, I'm going Adelaide. Although Gold Coast
I'm going to go to Suns. Sorry, Suns for me. I reckon Suns will beat them at home. Suns will beat them.
Yeah, I agree with Mark. Gold Coast.
Oh, I'm going Adelaide, so I don't think. Anyway, Adelaide. It's simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
All righty, it's going to be a big sound at New South Wales on the Sunday afternoon. The Giants take on the Tigers, and well, I'm not tipping against my boys, Rock, so you can put me down for a Tigers win, but it's not the favourable opinion.
Yeah. Giants for me.
Yeah, sorry, Quinn, mate. Love you, mate, but far
Yeah,
out.
I'm the same, man. I can't. I just can't do it. It's over
Oh,
there.
I'd
If it
love,
was
I'd
here,
love,
I
I'd
would have
love.
gone for Tigers, I reckon.
Yeah, I'd love them to
the
win,
Giants,
mate.
the Giants
GWS
just
for me.
beat Geelong. The Giants just beat Geelong in Geelong. I don't think we're going to beat them up there, so that's fair enough. But I'm tipping them anyway. We move on to
Yeah.
the last game of the round because it's the first week of bye games. But we've got Essendon taking on North Melbourne. Another dead rubber game no one's going to watch, but at Marvel Stadium, and I'll tip the Bombers. We'll get another earthquake. We'll get another earthquake on Sunday night, I reckon, Mark. The Bombers will
Go
win
to
this.
Dons, 38 points.
North Melbourne for me. North Melbourne.
Big calls on Manni this week.
North Melbourne.
You're trying to catch up.
Well, if North Melbourne can put up a fight against the Magpies, and like I said, they're full forward. If he actually gets that ball,
We've got some support for you, mate.
You won't get the ball.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Essendon, but I swear I'm gonna bury for North that hard, right? I might even go there. That's how much I'm gonna bury for North that hard because I can't accept the drugs in this world. I just can't do it, mate. Sorry. All right, let's have a look at this. Game. Let's have a look. Is that it? Yeah. And who's got the bye?
We've got Brisbane, St Kilda, Sydney, and Freo have all got the bye this week.
And then we've got the bye in a few weeks. All right. Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look at this. Here we go. Oh, we've caught up a little bit. Rocco got 4 this week with 59. Manni, 3, 59. Quinn got 3, 59. And Mark, after a fast start, 3.
And Quinn's on 56 there, Rocco.
Oh, we've lost Manni. What? Sorry?
Quinn's on 56.
Manni was bringing me. You said 59. Yes. Manni was bringing me down.
Sorry, 56. Yeah. So he got 3, 56. So hopefully we do better this week. All right, guys. It's been a big week in football. All right. We'll see you next week, everyone. Thanks for joining. You know we love you all, man. It's all great, man. It's thanks. We appreciate all the likes, the support, the messages. Man, we enjoy doing this. We hope we give you a little bit of first of all, a bit of intellect at the start and then a bit of comic relief just to finish off. Because when I do look at Manni and Mark, there is a lot of comic relief there, you know. So, boys.
Yeah.
Let's everyone have a good week, and we'll see you next week.
It's been a pleasure.